sorry I couldn't be there, but you're in my thoughts. I'll be there spiritually. To treat others the way that I'd want to be treated. I think she instilled a sense of decency in all of us and taught us that we should try to do the right thing and do it to the best of our ability. Depending on the weather, um, if the weather was good outside, a lot of times we'd go back in the back of the yard and make crab pots. I did that many an afternoon. Um, there were some things I did around the house that we all had jobs to do. My job was to go to the ice room and get milk for each meal. We had um, I don't know actually what you'd call it, a wire cutter. It cut the chicken wire we used to make the pots, and also we cut license plates in half, and that's what we used to cover the bait box. Put a half a license plate over the bait box and tie a rubber band over it to keep it closed. And what I did mostly, I didn't do any of the wire cutting. Pop wouldn't let me do that. But when he or Mother got a pot put together, I'd come behind her and put on what's called hog rings. It's a little, looks like what they put through a hog's nose to keep it. That's exactly what it is, but they're small in our case. And you'd hog ring the corners of the pots to keep them together. One of my fondest memories is on Thursdays. I'd walk home from school and I'd go into the front yard, front door rather, and get 2 slices of bread and go back in the shop because Thursday was the day she made her stuffed crabs, and I'd have a hot stuffed crab sandwich every Thursday. I miss those days. One one memory that I'll never forget. It was the first summer after Pop died, and Sherry and I took her up to Atlanta to see the Braves. And we were in the stadium uh, the afternoon of her birthday. Well, she didn't know I had done it, but I went and paid to have her name put in lights on the scoreboard. And in the middle of about the 8th inning, Sherry saw it before I did. And she said, "Look, Mom, look, look." And Mom said, "What?" She said, "Look at the scoreboard." And you could just see her face light up. And she jumped up and was yelling, "That's it." There were guys behind her high-fiving her and telling her happy birthday. And that was special to me. We had woods behind the house, and I had a BB gun, and I'd go out through the woods and hunt birds or saw a few snakes every now and then during the summers. Usually every Saturday, we'd go down to the beach, down to the community pier, and swim. Um, Something we do 3 or 4 times a year. On a Sunday, we'd get on the boat and go out to Deer Island and anchor up and take the skiff ashore and have a picnic on the beach. And that was always a lot of fun. We did that as a family get together. Everybody went, and that was a lot of fun. I miss those days too. After Hurricane Camille and Randy and I remodeled the house. And there was many a board that we pulled off the roof that he took the nails out of, and he'd straighten the nails and reuse the nails. That's just the way he was. I was raised in a good Catholic family. I remember on Sundays we'd go to church, and mother and all the girls would get their little hats. It was tradition to wear hats to church back then. And I always went to 8 o'clock Mass Sunday morning. And on Fridays, back in the day, it was traditional for Catholics not to eat meat. So Friday was a seafood day. In fact, I'd venture to say that I have eaten more seafood in my lifetime than I have steak. And that's a good thing. And it's kind of disappointing to go out to a seafood restaurant and eat a stuffed crab, and I'll always chuckle and make a comment, there was a crab somewhere in the room when this stuffed crab was made. But I was very fortunate to have been raised in the family that I was raised in. There was always a lot of love. Pop was my best friend. I had a mother that loved and protected me, and actually all of us. I don't think there's anything that Mom or Pop wouldn't do for any of us. And there were some tough things she had to do, but all in all, I think I'm the person that I am because of the love and the guidance I got from Mom and Pop.